Hello everyone and welcome back to Acorn Life. I think we're on number 5 now. Is it 5? I honestly can't remember. I just do these things. I can currently check. I shall go to YouTube on the laptop. Video manager. And we are on... No! We're on number 6. 5 was 2 weeks ago. Okay, so I apologise. I didn't get a chance to do like really anything last week, and someone's just sent me a message on Steam. God damn it! Every time I try and do something, someone sends me a message. I'll get back to you in about 10 minutes. I shall say that. I shall get back to you in about... No, not in about. In about 10 minutes. Sorry. Okay, so welcome to Acorn Life number 6. Hopefully there should be no more distractions. Oh god, they were just saying okay, it's fine. Okay, so Acorn Life number 6. I apologise, it's been 2 weeks since I've done one of these. I planned to do this like every week, but like there was no chance for me to do like anything last week. I was working a lot, and I'd like to do these when no one's in the house. I like to have an empty house, which is why I actually uploaded a lot more when I was at university, and generally just because I was happy when I was at uni. But yeah, so state of mind and just my prerequisites, I can't even pronounce it, prerequisites, whatever, for recording, you know, is not easily fulfilled where I live currently, at my parents' house. So yeah, that's a thing, that's what happened. So number 6, so in the past 2 weeks I've uploaded some Surviving Cube World, and that's about it. So there was a Dota 2 and Surviving Cube World in the last 2 weeks, and I actually have the next episode, like 2 episodes of Cube World recorded. I just haven't like edited them because it takes time and effort, and like at the moment that's really hard to come by. Like just the effort, really. I've got time, but yeah, it's a point in my life where I'm just like I don't even know excuse me, I don't even know like how far I should take this YouTube thing, because it's not, yeah, I still do it for fun and it's nice, but the gaming videos I'm considering just I don't know, they're just not taking off like how they used to in the good old days, and I thought having the machinima contract would like help my motivation, but it really doesn't, because it's just, I would be more into it if I had like a full-time job, if I could go out and have a social life, if there was other things in my life and this wasn't like the only thing I could concentrate on and do, because right now like all I'm doing apart from job hunting and working on like some projects is this, and playing games. And you know, when you play games so much, it's just, you know, it gets tiring after a while, and like just doing another thing with them is it's just like for God's sake. Oh, this is awful. It's just... It make... Everything's going off in my room. This is the bad thing about having like multiple devices connected to the internet. If it goes off on one thing, then it goes off on all 3 of them. It's just like that. So yeah, it just makes it difficult to really do the whole YouTube thing when, you know, most of my life is game related. And that's not a problem. I mean, I want to work within games and I want to work with games for a career. But when it's just, you know, all play and no work and no pay and no social life and, you know, no money, I've already said no pay, but whatever, it gets increasingly difficult to find the motivation to just keep doing it. And that's probably why like my uploads have been less over the last 2 weeks, and probably going into the future as well. I want to concentrate more on the music and the audio guide side that I've done, so it'll be nice, because the more informative the video, the better. And I like to think my videos have high quality in terms of like at least audio. Sometimes I've had loads of problems with my audio setup though, which is really annoying. Reaper, what I use now, if it's over like 10-20 minutes, the audio for like every couple of minutes just goes out of sync. It just skips a couple seconds, so I have to resync it, and I don't know if I included any of the jumps, but I'm like, sometimes I'm halfway through a sentence and then it just goes bloop and my sentence is finished, and so that just ruins the whole sync, and it ruins the whole kind of that section of the video, which I have to cut the audio out and then quiet it down so I say nothing, or sometimes I cut it completely. It's annoying. So Reaper is playing up. Reaper is very good, but I don't know why it's doing that. And for 40-minute videos, like, I don't feel like rendering it out in real time because that's the only kind of solution I can think of that would solve it, is rendering the audio file in real time. And no, when I record for an hour and then I split my DxTory audio files and then put it into Reaper to edit and to compress and stuff, I'll do all that process later, but I like to bring all my audio files into Reaper, or at least my commentary. Let's have a look at the effects I have on it. So I have a compressor, an EQ, a noise gate, and a limiter, or master limiter. I call it, it's a master limiter, which is basically a maximizer, if anyone knows what that is. It's more of a waves term, a maximizer, but it's like really just like mastering compressor, which is actually really awesome. I'll go talk about it in a audio guide one day, which I should really start planning more of those. So yeah, that's a problem, which is why there's been like awkward things probably maybe happening in one of the videos, in a couple of the Surviving Cube World episodes. So I apologize, but little I can do about it if apart from using different software. But I've already paid like my license fees for Reaper, and it's good. I mean, you can basically do whatever you want in it, and they have pretty good stock effects. But yeah, apart from going back to Logic to do all my audio like voice editing, then I don't really see any alternative. And I like to keep all my YouTube stuff on one computer. I used to split it around and do all my audio on Logic on my MacBook, but then that was just annoying because I have to transfer all these files and it would just take forever, and it's just like, bleh, fuck you. Yeah, and so I stopped doing that. But yeah, I'll find a way in the future. I will still be on YouTube in the future for at least the next 2 years or 3 years, however long something is. I shouldn't really talk about that. For at least the next 3 years, because I still want to upload like music videos. Definitely every single Battlefield video that comes out, I do a music video for it. Battlefield video, every single Battlefield game, sorry, so far since BF3, which is not really a long time, but screw it. It's a, what's it called, tradition. Yeah, it's not a long tradition, only been around a few years, but tradition nonetheless. So I'll still want to do that because that generally gets good views. The other ones don't, for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, the next one coming out is going to be a Mirror's Edge one, because I absolutely loved the first game. The second one's in development, released for next year, and I love the main theme, so I've done my own version of that. I'm mixing it at the moment. I've done a few guitars. There's a couple things in it though that just aren't sitting right, and I don't know why. So I'm sorting that out at the moment, and that should be hopefully up within the next 2 weeks. I don't know. It's just time to sit down and work on it. Even though I have the time, it's the motivation, because like I said, my state of mind recently is just all over the place. Like, one day I'm really happy, and then the next day I'm just like, oh, I can't be fucked. Everything's fucked. Oh, I don't want to be fucked by life. It's it's so stressful. But yeah, so that's what's happening, and that's what's going through my head, and that's why I haven't uploaded a video in like a week. When was it? In 17th of July. Date now is so exactly a week, because it's the 24th today. This will probably go up on Friday. I don't know what footage it's going to, but whatever, probably Dota, because I do love Dota. It's stressful, but I do love it. It's not stressful. Well, it is sometimes. I'm blabbing. But in terms of personal life, I've put AB Softworks on hold for like a week or two until I get back from this job, which is a community manager at 22 Cans. So if people think I should have that job, go tell them, because that would be nice. Don't really. It'll probably be annoying for them. But yeah, if I can get that, then that would be fine. That's a job I can do, and it would be a job I enjoy as well. I mean, it's not directly related to audio at all, but it's something I can work up from and work into from there. It's a very, very good job, basically. And to work with Peter Molyneux would be actually really great. Everyone's like, oh, he's crazy. Everyone thinks he's a little bit crazy. It's just actually really cool. He's such a funny person. Have you not do you know Peter Molyneux, who he is? He's just like so funny, and he gets so enthusiastic over the smallest things. He's like just a funny person. It would be great to work with him. But and the rest of the team, by the way, just if any of them watch, but no, it would be good if I could get that job, move out, and move on to the next part of life. If not, then I expect I'll just power through AB Softworks and get it done within 2 weeks. Then Kickstarter would last 35 days, and then if it's a failure, which it probably will be, I will cry. I don't know. Honestly, past that point, I don't have a clue. If I'm not moved out and into a new life by Christmas time, I will probably stop YouTube altogether. Temporarily, until I can literally just say, this is what I'm doing, this is my life, I'm sorting shit out. Maybe I should do that after AB Softworks fails, I don't know. But yeah, if my goal is to be like moving on to the next part of life by Christmas time, and if that doesn't happen, I'm clueless. I'm lost. Like, I have no idea. I sent in a mail actually to Woody's Gamer Tag from Mail Monday. Like, yeah, this is my situation. I'm completely screwed in terms of career, in terms of personal life, in terms of money. In terms of everything. I've done all this effort. I went to university, I paid for it, I got into massive debt, and it's got me nowhere. And it's just like, I don't know where to go from here. And another depressing one. Hopefully next week will be a bit more cheerful. Maybe. I honestly don't know what to say at this point, because there's just so many things flying around in my head, and it's just getting ridiculous. One thing I will say is I thoroughly enjoyed the Steam sales. So did my bank didn't, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I bought quite a few games, so good times. Bioshock Infinite, really, really good. Goes up its own arse a bit, but it's really, really good. So yeah, that'll be it for this week. So I'll see you hopefully next week, and I guess that's it. So take care, guys, and thanks for listening.